Now then everybody, thank you again for joining Foot Talkers. It means the world to me, the support we've had over the last week. It's been a full week since the channel started and we're up to over 150 subscribers already, which is incredible. A massive thank you from me. Over the past week I've explained and mentioned I'm going to do a few video editing in terms of wanting to look into player reviews and things like that. Gave you the trading tips of the day. Just wanted to go through a few of the subscribers' questions and just answer them a bit more personally rather than just whacking a comment back to you all, which I hope you quite like the idea of. One big thing that I would like to say for anybody that's new to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and I will get back to you. Again, it means the absolute world to me. But for today's video, guys, it's all about this guy.
Silence rattles in my brain, yeah, I gotta get away. Always waiting for the phone, so I built my towers tall, wandering through these empty halls. Break the cycle now, walls are coming down, I gotta make it out, yeah, yeah, yeah. Look my fear right in the eye, I just wanna feel it.
To earn the victory here. Kroos will go for it. It's
I just wanna feel it.
inspirational moment from Toni Kroos. When they're down, when they are tested, they find a way to win.
So you might have got it. We're doing a player review on the one and only Toni Kroos, the German maestro. So I just wanted to quickly look on FUTBIN really just to see what other people have been playing with in terms of chem styles and stuff like that, more popular ones, see stats change between them different ones. So the idea really is, as we can see right now, that he is priced. I look at PlayStation, that's what I play on, guys, but look at whatever's relevant to you. But just over 350,000 coins. You know, this is a kind of player that I suppose if you like Toni Kroos and you've got that kind of nostalgia feel with him, 100% you do him anyway, just to have a bit of fun with a player that you like to use. But 350,000 is a lot of money to pump into it, so I'd advise you do those 8-to-1 plus player picks if you have got plenty of fodder in your team and not too much coins. I've got 10 more of those to open up shortly after we do the player review if you want to stick around and watch them. So when I'm looking at this here, top 3 chem styles that other people have been using: Shadow, Hunter and Basic. I'll tell you now already, I've got him on Shadow on mine. And then when I look into this formation style here, just to the right of the screen, you'll see just where the advert likes to pop up. So I've got it on. If I click on Basic, centre mid is up to a 95, cam 94. But if you're looking at all his stats, one thing that I'd say that is kind of like lacking a little bit, especially at this time of the year in FIFA, is pace. So that's probably why 50% of people have gone for that Shadow. So just to have a look at it with a Shadow chem style on, you can see it pumps him up massively in terms of that. I think his all-round stats are pretty much fantastic. Pace knocked up with that chem style. Dribbling fantastic. Shooting very good for a midfielder. Defending solid. You know, again, it's not SCN standard or Kante standard, but it's solid. It's really good. Passing exceptional, and physicality good. Stamina's pretty decent. Strength's pretty decent. And just to kind of look at the traits that the guy's got. Playmaker up here, long shot taker, we know about that in real life surely, and long passer, and again we should know about that. The guy's got a magnet in his foot, he just directs it, pings it wherever it needs to go. So I'm going to see what he's like playing with a Shadow, simply because I want to see what he's like with the top pace. And I think when I look at FUTBIN and I see that 50% of people have gone for that chem style anyway, the majority of you guys that might have been asking questions about who to go for and things like that will more than likely want to use that just to boost that defending up and pace. I'm also going to use him in a few different formations because I'm aware that not everybody will play in a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1. So I'm going to mix it up and I'm going to see what it's like in different formations and just see how he affects the game, better or for worse, in any of them formations. So at least you know if you are dead set on playing a specific formation and he doesn't settle into my style of play, let's say, in then that particular formation, you might want to try it anyway just to see, but it's just to give you an idea of my perspective on the player once I use it. So let's get into a bit of gameplay and see what he's like. Now then, so just before we get into the game, I want to show you basically the tactics I'm going to do. First of all, what I'm going to actually play is the formation that I play most with. It's the 5-2-3-1. And the reason that is just because I know that formation, how it feels and how players should be moving around. So what I'll be doing, I will be putting Toni Kroos into the position there, into centre mid. I'm going to play Rooney up top. Neymar's going to go into Gundogan's position, and then Shevchenko comes out, Kluivert comes on. Just so you know, it is a Division 1 game, and that is all of my reviews going forward. They're all going to be Division 1 games, simply because it's your toughest opponents in your toughest league, and I think you get a true idea of just how good or bad the player actually is. I'm going to try and play it as natural as possible without trying to overplay it through Toni Kroos or to him or anything like that. This game, I should be playing this, beating this, sorry. It's not anything special. It's got the main men that you typically see with Son, Kante, Mbappe, and then Alessandrini. But when you compare it to my team, I would say I should be winning this quite comfortably. But you can always speak too soon. Now. It's about just controlling it to start with. We know how it can be from kick-off. First pass with Kroos, and he's off the mark. See, I'm not sure if you're saying though. I struggle massively when I know that I've got subs that should be coming on. Nice bit of control, SCM. He's definitely got more pace than usual, that's for sure. Nice step over. So, fingers crossed we can get something decent coming here. Neymar's the man. Switch it out. So honestly, you know sometimes when you've got a certain player that when you do a finesse pass or a finesse shot and you're like, yeah, that's class. It's a bit similar with him. But with passing, you know, like you can feel the weight of the pass is bob on. To a tackle. Again, look at that. His passing's brilliant. We're hoping for top bins there, but Go on, Rooney. Oh, it's a great turn. Should have had it though with that tackle. Nice turn. Come on, Rooney. Bloody hell.
Encouraging Invincible's move this. And that with Kroos. High quality defending.
Bit scratty that. We'll take it though, well, we'll take it. Good tackle. Come on. Come on again, man. Oh, that's my fault. What am I doing there? First half, pretty decent. He's passing seriously. He's absolutely class. So what I was saying earlier, it's a bit kind of like difficult when you're concentrating. When you've got a specific striker and you've got that finesse shot with him, like Robin or Crespo if you played with him, it's effortless. You can just, you know the weight of that ball, that bar, top bins easy every time. I feel like that's the same with the pass with him, just square pass. How you have this idea of how long you should hold it down for and it gets where it needs to be. Whereas with your SEN, exactly the same pass, it'll go to right back or something. But yeah, first half, what I noticed enormously was just how good his passing actually is the second half. Just an idea again here. Get the curve on it. Love it. It feels smooth, to be honest. You don't feel slow. See, that was to Kroos, that pass. Exactly what we were on about earlier. Hey, see, this is like... Oh, look at that. That switch. Kroos again. See what this pass is like. Honestly, guys, he's like a quarterback. How many of them do I give away? Seriously. Switch it over there. Kroos. Great touch. Now let's get control of this game. Pass is on again. I know that I can get that every time with that pass. Left pegger this time. Yeah. How is that going in though? Bad place to lose it. Messing about with trying stuff out. Look at the weight. I've said it about 4 or 5 times now, but I'm barring that up quite high as well. finesse ones. You know, like I was saying about his pass, you sometimes know certain players have got that weight of pass. I've just probably not got the feel for his like finesse finish. I know he's not got that in his traits. That was slow. Yeah, that was slow, that turn. Let's get Kroos onto the corner. Bring Van Dijk to front post. Walk him in. Head it in. Another corner. 100% look like a corner, doesn't it? Everybody agrees. Come on. See, this is not what I like. So now they blow it 3 minutes when it were in loose. So first game in, what I would say is his passing is the best I've played with by 100%. I think it's faster than usual Kroos in any other FIFA, which makes a big difference. And then it's a bit early in that formation to say what he's like for tackling and stuff like that, but it seemed pretty decent. So yeah, first game in, I didn't mind that at all really. Hope you enjoyed the bit of footage there from Toni Kroos. So what I would say is, having played with him now for a few games in different formations, he's certainly one of probably the best passer on the game that I've played with, and I think players like Xavi were up there, and I'd go as far as saying that Toni Kroos is the best passer by a long way. In regards to the formation styles, what I did find is I went into a narrow 4-1-2-1-2, and I had him on the left side of almost a diamond, but in central midfield. It was good in that position in the sense that he had a bit more coverage in defensive support, but one of the big things that you've got to use him with is that passing it out wide. You know, if you can do the lofted through ball over the top and spring it out wide to somebody like Alessandrini that I did on a few occasions, Rooney had it a few times. You know, the idea is it works exceptionally well. Same in the balanced formation that I play with a 5-2-1-2, because I've got my fullback bombing forward and I get it to Toni Kroos. I pretty much know 99 out of 100 that ball's going to go on and tell you exactly where it needs to be. But in other formations like the 4-4-2, I tried it with SCN in the middle, and you probably can tell I'm not the biggest fan of SCN in regards to his passing, but I had two players there that I didn't feel was very mobile. I think Toni Kroos is a lot more mobile than his previous cards, but not to I'd say probably not to this start of FIFA where we are now in March. If that Toni Kroos came out in December, I think everybody would have got him and it'd have been the best card by a country mile. But when you've got that one and the Rooney card, they are very similar. The only difference is really for me that Toni Kroos has just got that passing ability that Rooney doesn't have. But on the flip side, I think Rooney's a better attacking player, and a lot of people will agree in the sense that he is a better attacking player, so that's why I should have played him up front rather than centre midfield. But it just works in my team quite well for that formation as Rooney. So in regards to his pricing at 350,000, like I said earlier, it's very much down to the nostalgia factor for me. I love watching him play. I think he's just so effortless at what he does and at what he's won for Madrid and things like that. It's incredible. And yeah, if you're looking at him in terms of putting him in your team, especially with the new players available like Thomas Muller, hopefully people like Philip Lahm can get into this team now, or along the lines of Schweinsteiger and go for the old sort of like 2010 Germany team, which would be pretty smart. So yeah, looking at his stats, I personally think I didn't actually try him with balanced or with a hunter chem or anything. I just stuck with a shadow, and I think that's the best one. You don't notice anything in regards to his jumping because he's not really going to be that dominant central midfielder. But once I put Trent Alexander-Arnold in at the side of him, I felt he was really, really top tier there. He gave him that space. He can break play down. He's not incredible at interceptions, and I mean, he's got an interceptions there now at sort of like 97. But I did feel that there was times where the ball just slipped by him, tackling and stuff like that. It's just good. It's not like fantastic, but if you've got that major CDM in your team, like me with Alexander-Arnold, it works very well. So maybe think about that if you're looking at getting him in your team, not him and another attacking midfielder, because I feel with that you'd be very much counted on. So that really is something that out of a score of 1 to 10, I would genuinely go for an 8.5 to 8.7. I think he's really, really top tier. I think he could actually move up in terms of my rating if I played a few more games. I think I played about 9-10 games with him in total, and I think just to get that feel for his shooting, because in real life he chops in and he used to finesse it into the corner. He's known for that, but annoyingly they've not put that finesse trait onto him, which I don't really understand why. So I would say go out there, try him. I'm going to do the Thomas Muller review next as well to see what that plays like. Pace, it's good, it's smooth, passing's exceptional, shooting. If you ask other people, they'll probably say his shooting's fantastic, but for me, I'm just a little bit kind of not. I don't know. I do often go for a finesse shot, and I can see looking at that there shot power 98. You know, long shots 94, curve 90. So it should be all good, but I just didn't get it. It weren't that finished product for me. But it will come, and I genuinely believe it will, and I'm going to keep playing with this card because he is top tier. So yeah, hopefully that was pretty useful for you. You got to see in gameplay of just how good he actually does move about off the ball. I felt that his AI was really good. There was just a case of kind of like breaking play down was something that I reckon against better teams you'd notice that there was not really that intuition of a defensive minded player with him. So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, all in all guys, definitely try it if you've got the coins, if you've got the fodder. 100% brilliant card. But just wanted to go into the 81 player pick cards. So I have got 10 to choose from. So I'm hoping that I get something decent, because yesterday's worked right good. I'll go for Matic just for the rating. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Said nobody. All owned. Now that one's a decent one. I'll take that. Bruno. I'm going to take him though, just because of SPCs. Go for Ribeye. Go on, give me somebody good. Oh, there we go, boys. He's only gone and packed himself one. See how he is. See what the compare price is. Not bad, not bad. What do you think? Got 100k there? Excellent stuff. We'll try that one out, see how good or bad he is. See guys, these cards are really good. They're really, really worth it. Middle for diddle. Not the greatest. Oh, look at that, boys. Bernardo, sorry, I wanted to try that card out big time. Well happy about that one. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, well chuffed for that. Couldn't care less what I get in last pack. Crap. But look at that. from player picks there, that is pretty decent. I think in a previous video, if you looked at it, I did say that I want to try that Bernardo Silva out. What does he pricing at? 170 grand, you reckon? 180? Yes, that's a great turnaround, is that? But look guys, that's pretty much for today's video. I just wanted to add that into the end of the player review, just to kind of give you something else to see, as well as the Toni Kroos player review. So yeah, absolutely chuffed to bits with the support I'm getting so far, and it means the absolute world to me. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and comment and like. Click that bell so you get notified when other videos come forward and get released. If there's anything that you're looking at in terms of ideas or videos that you wouldn't mind put in place, put in the comments, I'll get it done for you. I'm here to help out as much as I can. Enjoy the journey whilst it's going and it's progressing as quick as it is. But for today guys, that's it. All the very best. Toodaloo, thanks a lot.